And hi, everybody. Welcome to Rick Snider's Washington on YouTube, where you get the whole story. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit the thanks button, that little dollar sign down the bottom there. And we'll let everybody come into the room and see if anybody wants to after Washington lost the NFC Championship last night. I have a feeling not too many of you are going to feel like doing this any more than I do, but I'm tired. But we'll hit it again. I'm doing the live chats through the Super Bowl. Let me see. I didn't turn my sign on yet. There it is. There, Rick Snider's Wars. So, all right, a few of you came. Flying Turtles first in tonight. All right. Best showing you've seen yet. If you're 29, yeah. Todd, you're second. Where is Steve? You know, missed last week. There you are. Steve, you missed last week, didn't you? Tell the truth. It's okay. I'll let everybody jump in here. Yeah, last week I did one Sunday after the win. We had 900 people come by. And then the Monday we had 500 people come by. My over-under this time is like 200, I think. All right, stomach flu. All right, you get a doctor's note on that, Steve. Sorry to hear that. That's gone around. Luckily, it hasn't come near me yet. I may get a computer virus, but I can't get a flu virus. So I am doing the show next 2 Mondays, and then I'm taking a break. We've done nonstop since July. So I figure next week we'll get a little this and that, and then we'll talk a little Super Bowl. And then I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Hawaii and the West Coast for a couple of weeks. So I'm not doing any live shows from Pearl Harbor or anything. I'm goofing off. But we'll be back. Free agency starts March 13th. So I'll be back by then. Take a few weeks off. And then, the draft is sometime in April. I forget. Late April, whatever it is. There you go. Hey, Eddie. Well, that's what I do. I'm here for you. Oh, Bob's around. I hadn't heard from you today, Bob. I kind of wondered if you were home in the dark crying. Wind. Is Kingsbury definitely staying? Well, got nowhere else to go at this point. Dan Quinn and Adam Peters did talk to the media about 3 hours ago. Everything looked good with Cliff at that point. So unless something happens, you never know where things come out of nowhere. The thing I really like Dan Quinn said, because they have a big staff. They have like 25 people on a staff. And he said, we do more than develop players. We develop coaches too. So if we lose somebody, we've got others in the pipeline to try and move up. I'd never heard anybody talk about developing coaches before like that. So that was pretty cool. Where would I spend the money this off season, Gregory? Mons Venus down in Tampa is a great place. Yeah, if you know Tampa, you know what I just said. It's a big strip club. I think there's many needs for this team. I guess I have to start talking about them because it's now the off season on there. Hey, Mark, glad you could come. Steve was like angry grandpa. I had my four grandkids came by. They were going to supposedly watch the game. Their age is 4 to 9. The 2 girls took off to play before the game started. One of my grandsons put on his headset and watched video game stuff. And the youngest grandson, he watched a couple minutes of it, and then he ducked out. I was like, and then my daughters, who used to having a father as a sports writer, they hung in there till about halftime, and they gave up. And I think that's kind of how everybody was. Is Cosme out for next season? Non-revisionist. Don't know. I would definitely out for the start of the season. But after that, I don't know. They made so many great strides in these surgeries anymore. It used to be an ACL was a year. But I think they have to have somebody else for day one. Yeah, I'll say that. Okay, so Flying Turtle, thank you so much. I haven't even had a chance to beg yet. Any sneak peek for articles? Command Post. All right, so Command Post is the publication. Here it is. There's one of them. This is from a while ago. It's a tabloid. And I literally, like 10 minutes ago, just finished the magazine. It'll be published Wednesday. And here, in case you would like to like to see it. Most people don't like to look at it online for some reason. We try. Here, I'm going to put it up for you now. Tease. Okay, so if you would like, put it here. It's in the comments now where you can click and link. Anyway, this one's I don't have the last one, but we have these all the time. It's a 24-page tab, and it's got all kind of fun stuff in it. It's all pro coverage. There really isn't anything bad to say in this magazine. 24 pages, comes out 7 times a year. So if you hit that link there, you can get right to it and subscribe. And next issue's coming out Wednesday. So thanks for that free one. Steve, Wawa Pizza. It's funny. I saw the guy from Barstool did one on Wawa and hated it. He usually doesn't do that. But it's a chain, so he's not like killing somebody's personal business. And if you hear me do a pizza review and I talked about, hey, the place was great, the service was great, it means I didn't really like the pizza as much. But this is these people's livelihoods. I don't want to sit here not that I could kill them off by myself, but I don't like to do that. I like to take the HR positive approach. Well, the crust was okay. And to me, pizza is crust, cheese, sauce, in that order. Anyway, Wawa was okay. It was a gas station pizza, and it was okay. You're not going to die or anything from it. So it was okay. Joel, the fake punt yesterday. Yeah, boy, wasn't that something. I was like, whoa, that took some guts, because I think they were on like their own 30, and the game was still early in it, that if you screw that one up, they're going to score a touchdown real quick. I'll give them some credit on that one. Greg, I'd like to get younger on defense, but keep John Allen. I think either Allen or Payne will be gone over the offseason. Which one, I don't know. If I were Adam Peetums, what position would you take at pick 29? That's right, they're picking 29th. Whoo, I used to do a live draft show every year, but I don't know if I'm going to do it till 29. My God, we'll be on the air 4 hours. I just think you have a lot of needs. So go with whatever one. I think they'll trade up, actually. If I had to put my money down right now, I say Peters trades up into the teens. But that's just a gut feeling. Thoughts on Allen and Lattimore coming back? So, Nathaniel, Allen's okay. Lattimore, he's got to calm the hell down, man. He lost his temper twice now in games. They've got to get him under it. And Adam Peters talks a lot about, it was a tough spot coming in here injured and late in the season. And I get that. But so I'll give that Lattimore trade a pass until next year before I decide whether it was good or bad. Slam and Jammin's here. All right. Going to be tough for everyone to get caught up to Philly going forward because the Eagles roster is stacked. The Eagles are a good team. I didn't like seeing a 55 hung on Washington. I don't know if that was better than losing by 1 point or something. But Philly's a good team. They deserve to win. They've got some playmakers. I don't know how many of you out there who you want to see win, Kansas City or Philly. It's kind of hard to beat Kansas City. You got to beat the Chiefs. You got to beat the refs. You got to beat the league. You got to beat Taylor. So it's a lot of people to line up against. Yeah. I'm not saying NFL games are fixed, but man, it sure does. When Buffalo got tied at the end there or something, my friend texted me. He says, "We've seen this before. Kansas City's going down to score," and they did. I thought, yeah, but 6 minutes to go. Buffalo should still get another chance. Do you think fourth down and risk will continue moving forward? Flying Turtle. Yeah. I mean, that seems to be the new thing in the NFL. This isn't the only team doing it. Let's see. Shalom, I've kind of lost track about whose pizza is what there. Try again for me. Gregor, if you stay at 29, what time would that be? Oh, my God, man. I don't even want to think about it. Right now, I'm ready to fall asleep. This draft starts at 8, 11, something. Eastern, For those of you in Europe, when you wake up, whatever. Now, revisions. Did B-Rob wear out his welcome, or is he still nicked up? Or wear out, not wear out his welcome. I think a little of both. But I think running back is one of the upgrades for next year. He hasn't had 800 yards in a season, I think there's a lot of players on this team that are okay, but you want to upgrade. He's one of them. I think the offensive line at any spot, they had a lot of gutsy performances in that line, but they were hurt and all that. But you need better guys. You need even better guys than what you have. That's true of everywhere, really. Let's see. Tush push, yes or no? I say yes because they figured out how to do something within the rules. So it's up to you to stop them. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Okay. The pizza yesterday. I saw it. Yeah. Okay. The one yesterday, Shalom. I did see it. It looked great. I think I wrote you a comment on it. Antoinette, when will we know where the new stadium site is going to be? Boy, Antoinette, you got tickets to this thing, I can tell. Which, by the way, Antoinette, Seasons of Discontent, my podcast is going to be up sometime in the next hour. We just finished doing that. We're taking a break from that, too, after this. But anyway, the new stadium site, sometime September. That'll be my over-under, September. Gregory, do I consider the Commanders a young team as a group? They were actually the oldest team going into the playoffs, 28 years and 8 months, I think. So everybody thinks they're a young team, and they weren't. Kind of weird. I mean, they own quarterback. Shalom. Philly has a lot of free agents. Yeah, Washington has 28, I think I counted. And I would probably bring back maybe 2/3 of them. 70 Chip, yep, has that Tressway, has more NFC Championship passing yards than Dak. Boy, Brian Schottenheimer getting the Dallas job. That surprised me a little. But Jerry wants to have somebody that's not going to go off the reservation on him there. He wants to have a guy under his thumb. I remember Brian was a very young coach in Washington. His father, Marty, was a great coach. So I wish Brian well to a degree, personally, but I don't know. I think Jerry's aging out, man. But the Cowboys are going to make $1 billion in revenue this year. So Jerry's here as long as he's alive. Somebody's doing like AI things with Jerry Jones videos where they have Jerry. It's looks like Jerry and all, but they have him saying some crazy stuff. This AI stuff is scary. Some days what it does. Okay, Marvin, need a corner, a linebacker, a tight end. Well, Ertz said he's not retiring, but he is on a 1-year deal here, so we'll see if he comes back here or not. Not sure if they need the corner. The linebacker, could they get Micah Parsons? Could Quinn get Micah Parsons away from Dallas because he is a unrestricted free agent? That would be a big one. But this team played a lot of 4-2-5. So we'll see. Do I expect Eckler to come back? Well, he has another year, Bob. Do they want him to come back? I say that's a 50-50. Now, I'm revisionist. Is Brandon Coleman shown enough to stay at left tackle? They probably think so. I wish he'd go over to right tackle. Would I agree they need an explosive running back? Absolutely, man. B-Rob just hasn't gotten it done, JF. Mike, will they build a new practice facility stadium and where? They're going to build one supposedly somewhere around Ashburn in the next couple of years. As soon as they figure out the stadium, then they'll get to the practice facility. Nathaniel, Jerry is the new Al Davis. Yeah, I covered Al Davis, some weird looking dude too. Well, look at the owners. Hey, his son, Mark. Ooh, bowl cut, haircut. Man, what's going on there? Antoinette, what position will Washington draft first round? Zero idea, Antoinette. They could go half dozen different ways. Way too early for that. Gregory, Scary Terry needs more. Yeah, this team's got a lot of number 3s that can play number 2 and spurts, but they really would be better off to have a number 2. Joel. So I said, I do think that the days of the Dallas, the Cowboys-Redskins rivalry, that's over. It's really the Eagles. It's been that way for a little while. I think the Eagles are the biggest rival now for Washington. Cowboys is your fathers or my generation, whatever. I got a lot of old guys watch this, so maybe it's our generation's one, whatever. Goldie. We got a franchise quarterback, a young man with a lot of poise. Yeah, I have all good things to say. As long as we have JD and AP, His Super Bowl coming soon. And when you got a quarterback, as he showed, I always say, if you have a quarterback, you have a puncher's chance. And he showed that all season. Did a great job. Need guards and tackles. Yep, Steve. And a center, maybe. The center did okay. Daniel's around. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a long season, man. I am tired. Do you think they trade Allen or Payne, Timothy? I think there's a decent shot they'll shop him. Rip views. Do you think they serve pizza in the players' cafeteria? Well, I was in it last off season when I was doing something in the building. I don't remember that day seeing pizza. But I tell you what, they had steaks, they had salmon, they had pasta, they had A+ food there. I'll say that about it. I'm not sure if there was pizza there that day or not. Why are Eagles fans so nasty up there, JF? Because they're jerks. That's why. Remember last week's? The two of them came on here and messed up all the chats. They're just jerks. Is it true Dan Snider hates the Commanders? He hates that he doesn't own the Commanders, Antoinette. That's what the story said. So I don't think he hates the team. I think he hates that he's no longer still playing with it. There was a story, for those of you who may have missed it, that ESPN had a story about Dan Snider in England. He's living in London. And they had sources that said that he really hates that he had to sell the team. Okay. I mean, I didn't think there was a whole lot new in the story. It did have in there that Dan was trying to block the sale at the last minute. We'd all heard that too. Is Mariota an unrestricted free agent? Yes, Bob. Do they bring back Mariota? I don't know. Mariota's going to look, I'm sure, see if he can find one more chance to really play somewhere because he's not going to play here. He did a good job, and then maybe he just decides it's okay to be on a good team, play occasionally, and not get beat up, make some money, and be a mentor. Joel says Washington played 3 or 4 night games. It's probably right. Non-revisionist. Did Giambi do enough to stick around? Well, Giambi had a great quote today in the locker room where he talked about how much he enjoyed it here and said that somebody said, so you want to come back? And that's the obligatory. And he goes, well, at the end of the day, it's a business. I thought, yes, Giambi, somebody admits the truth. Somebody else pays you more, and I think somebody else probably will pay him more. He'll probably go there. So I don't expect him back. Answer, do I want Chase Young back? No. Resign Lattimore? Well, Lattimore's got 2 years to go on his contract. Kevin, not that it matter, but why go for 2 in a second? Yeah, I thought chasing points early there. I was a little surprised they did that. Karash, the grandson of the chief from the Redskins Lotus Globe, posted that he and the Commanders are going to court on the 13th to discuss the logo. I hadn't heard that. Why are they going to court? That I had not heard. Steve wants Chase Young back. No, I want Chase Young back as from the rookie year, but I'm not sure he's back as what you want him. And they're not bringing him back. Once you let a player like that go, you don't bring him back. If nothing else, because the organization doesn't want to make it look like they blew it. Win would bring Mariota back. Yeah, I would bring him back. He did a good job in his role. Beast. Unlike Mr. Beast, I know who Mr. Beast is. I have a grandson who watches him. No one's giving Marcus a starting job. Probably not, but you never know. Somebody might offer him something for more money for backup. I don't know. Nathaniel, according to the story, Joe Gibbs had to help save the day and convince Snider. That's true. So Snider was like trying to hold out at the very end. Just crazy. The narcissist that he is. And Joe he does listen to Joe. That's one guy that Snider listens to. Well, the Commanders fill a training camp from Richmond. Antoinette, no, they're never going back to Richmond because Richmond don't want them. It was a bad financial deal for Richmond. And they don't want to do that again. Rip views. Lattimore's all hat, no cattle. I say which just wait another year before I decide that. Crush. I posted a photo of the court order and then quickly deleted it. Okay, I don't know anything about this, Crush. Would you draft a quarterback as an extra camp body, Gregory? Probably not, because they have Sam Hartman as a 3. I mean, Driscoll was their 3. Never was on the active game day roster. So I don't see him going for a quarterback. Eddie should head to NOLA Super Bowl week and try and get some comp meals as Andy Reid. Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, I'll have to do an Andy Reid thing in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, matter of fact, my grandkids, they were around to see Andy Reid on the screen. And I said, hey, I stopped. I said, does that look like me? And the 4 grandkids said, yeah. I hate you kids. Said, you wish I had his money to inherit for you. Let's see, Steve, Dan Snyder's just jelly now. It's did to say there that Dan was interested in getting a Premier League soccer team. I thought, never happening. They won't allow him in the league. They saw what happened here. And Premier League is kind of like the NFL. Now, soccer in Europe has like 3 levels, and the bottom levels, like a minor league baseball team, maybe there. Antoinette, I did not know they had Mr. Beast candy bars. Where do you get those? Because my grandson would love those. What do I think of Cowboys hiring Brian Schottenheimer? Timothy, it's an okay pick for Jerry. I think they could have done better. But, I mean, that's a great job, But maybe other good people don't want to go work for Jerry. You know what it really was? Dion probably wanted a boatload of money and wanted them to draft his son for quarterback. And I'll bet that broke the deal. Otherwise, Jerry's crazy for not thinking of Dion. Dion's done well coaching so far. I mean, he'd bring attention to them if nothing else. Joe, Philadelphia fans mock him. Well, that's kind. I've seen some video today of Eagles fans tormenting, harassing physically, Redskin Commanders fans and stuff. That's true. I tell people all the time, you go up there, be ready to protect yourself. It's the worst place in the league for that now. Oakland used to be, but now they're in Las Vegas. Would I rather have T. Higgins or DK Metcalf as answer? I think T. Higgins is a little younger. Maybe I'd go there. Now revision. Sanders still did have a great season. That was a nice draft pick that doesn't get as much attention because of JD, but he had a really nice rookie year. Mike, can they do it again next year? I doubt it. Tougher schedule, but we'll see. I haven't even thought about it next year yet. I barely got through today. What would your dream scenario in the offseason be for Washington? Pick up some linemen on both sides. Wins 7-11. You think they're going with 7-11? Okay. Well, it'd be 7-10. I don't think they get in the playoffs. 7-11th loss. Why haven't Payne or Allen lived up to expectations, JF? Part of it is that position doesn't show up on the stat sheet as well because you're often grabbing 2 guys and you are taking an extra man away from the line, and so they should benefit other people on the line by that. So it's not the sexiest position. That's probably why people don't think they play as well. That said, they haven't made a huge impact as people would like. I mean, Payne got a ton of sacks in a contract year and didn't do it again. But, he's banged up a little bit this year too. Mike, where is Cliff Kingsbury going to be head coach? Well, not this year anywhere. I don't know. I haven't given that any brain thought. Marvin, I don't think about things outside of what I have to think about. I don't have time. I hope the Commanders draft a running back from Arizona State. Marvin, what's that guy's name? I know there's not a lot of really good running backs. I looked at him one day. There aren't a lot of good ones. So, but I'm sure they're going to look. Yeah, Nathaniel, Houch is. I don't like what's been going on with him and the Eagles and stuff. 7-Eleven has Mr. Beast bars. Okay, cool. I haven't been in a 7-Eleven in a while. We don't have one right by me. Well, we do. I just don't go to it. Mojo, your heart breaks for Tress and the other guys that earned a Super Bowl. Yeah, I felt bad for my friend John Kime because he's never gotten to cover a Super Bowl, and I have. And I covered other Super Bowls that didn't have the team in it. It's a great experience, and John deserves it. And the team fell the game short. I felt bad for him there. All the young writers in the box, none of them have been around Super Bowl years. So I felt like it's the greatest thing, man. I hope everybody should get to do it. For all the work we put in, and it is, this is not the job. This job is 7 days a week. You're lucky you get a day off. As or no, John's not going anywhere. Is defensive struggles personnel, system, or both? More personnel, I think, than anything. Tampa's not happy with Todd Bowles. No, I'll see Cliff going there though, Mike. All right, let's see. Okay, so if you would like, because the show changes audiences like every 15 minutes. So here's Command Post. This is an issue from a while ago. And it's 24 pages, tabloid. It's all Commanders coverage, So if you'd like to get a subscription, it comes out 7 times a year. I just posted the link inside there. And you can get the tabloid. I mentioned the other day online, mention my name in any restaurant in town and get a free glass of water or a dirty look or maybe both. And everybody thought that was funny. That's an old joke. It's an old joke. I guess the young people hadn't heard it. So anyway, and if you enjoy the show and you want to say, Rick, thanks for a whole year of doing this, you can always hit the thanks button, which is the the $ down below my face here. Or you can always go to Venmo and PayPal. Let me probably put those in there just in case anybody's dying to give me some money. You don't have to, but it would be nice if you did, because Rick's been working nonstop. Let's see. I got 5 hours sleep, but other than that, it's been busy since yesterday afternoon. So it's always nice when you try and tell the media, hey, I know not all of you have big companies that pay for you anymore. I've been laid off 8 times in 11 years. So there's my Venmo and PayPal in case you'd like to kick in. Todd, thank you so much. Todd's been with me all season. I appreciate it. And this helps, pay for the first drink in Hawaii probably. But hey, whatever. It's all about time and people valuing you. And you don't get any of this stuff from anybody else. There's other guys that do these things. They talk about different things than I do. Mostly. They do a lot more X's and O's than I do. We can talk about it. Do you think the cover 2 can handle the trip receiver? I can't take it anymore, man. I've been doing this too long. I've been doing this now 47 years. Whew. That's why I did the 91 Super Bowl, and I wrote about the 87 Super Bowl, and I was around the team briefly in the 83 Super Bowl year. Man, that's forever. When once Benjamin Morrison, cornerback from Fighting Irish. Well, I watched the national title game, but I didn't particularly look at the players, so I don't know. Lou from California's here. Lou, I hope everything went okay with those fires. I know you were in that area. What do you think of the job Joe Witt did? I thought Joe Witt did a decent job this year. I'm not as down on him as people are. At the end of the day, players got to play the game. And Washington lost this game because they had 4 turnovers. It cost them 28 points. Send some video from Hawaii. I'll probably take a little bit, Mike. That way I can write off my taxes. Kidding. If the IRS is here, I'm not going to do that. I'd be asking for an audit. Greg, we need stronger defense. Looks sloppy. Well, yeah, I agree. Lou. Okay, so I got Lou again. My chats go weird. Okay. And if you want to do watch the podcast while I'm killing time here for a minute. The podcast is Seasons of Discontent. It's here on the YouTube channel. Be up time the next hour because my partner Matt puts it up for me while we're doing it this way. And we're taking a break for the off season now too. I'm doing 2 more shows next 2 Mondays. Then I'm taking probably a month off from the Monday night shows. Uh, I'll be away in West Coast for a couple weeks and such. I'd like to go to Europe next fall and probably miss a couple games, but I'm getting old. Three people in the Washington media died the past week, and they were all younger than me. Derek Ward passed away unexpectedly. Demetrius Soltis died Saturday from the radio, and Pete Medhurst, a lot of you know him from the sports talk station, passed away, brain cancer. So 3 guys in the past week or so have died in the media younger than me, which is always a way of telling you life doesn't go on forever. Go have some fun. So that's my new goal now that when I clear the cobwebs from this season. I'm going to go have some more fun. Probably doing a little less video. I've done 2 videos a day for 4 years. I need to catch my breath, to be honest. I'm only in California one day, answer, because I'm just crossing through on my way to Hawaii, laying over for a day. So can't meet anybody. I'm meeting my old partner, Jody. He used to cover the Redskins with me. So he's buying me dinner because he's now a rich, famous consultant doing something I don't understand. Keeps telling me he's enhancing shareholder value. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. But he was smart enough to say being a sports writer is not going to get you a lot of money in life. So he went and did it elsewhere. Good for him. Steve's looking to get an NFC East title. It's possible. You never know. Where's the season rank in Redskins Commander history? I put up a poll the other day. Well, a list, I should say. And in the list, Dennis hit me on Venmo. Thank you, Dennis. Every dollar is a dollar I didn't have. And that's pretty much all I have. So, I forget what we talk about. We did talk Pete Medhurst. I didn't know Pete real well, Pete Medhurst. He covered a lot of Navy and such. Know him a little. And just terrible, brain cancer. And I thought he was going to be okay, but it was about a month or 2 ago he had surgery and it didn't work out. So rest in peace, Pete. He was a good guy. Really loved doing sports. Antoinette, if the Commanders play in London or Germany, would you go to the game? Maybe. That's about all I'll say is that maybe. I don't have a company that pays for my travel anymore. So, and yeah, you can write off your taxes if that's what you're doing. But I've been to London and all that many a time. London's a great town to visit. I did the Osaka game. I'm still here. Me and Bran Weinstein were on that plane. Steve, you want to be 60 next year? So there you go. You just never know, man. We plan, God laughs. So Pete was on 106.7, The Fan, and 98, which is also 980 is also part of 106 Empire, which laid me off a couple weeks ago. So I'm no longer part of the mighty 106.7 family. I'm at Yardbarker. I write some for them, yardbarker.com, and have ricksniderswashington.com, which is my whole thing. I'm trying to change my branding to one thing. So if you want to go on tour, or if you like tourism stuff in DC or Commanders Talk, ricksniderswashington.com has both now. We can do whatever you like. A lot of times I do tours with fans and then we go eat pizza afterwards. Let's see. Tuttle's just being dumb there, so ignore him. I do. Bob's got a new Pete. Yeah, Pete's just a great guy. I love Navy sports. When on a lighter note, are you excited about Maryland's basketball six? I have been watching Maryland lately. I've watched the Terps since �73. Went to Maryland myself. So yeah, watching them steal that game in Indiana yesterday was pretty cool. But I don't watch the earlier games because they don't matter. And football is going on, but I will now. Madrid game when I go, Gregory, I don't know. That's an idea. I was thinking of going to Europe in the fall anyway. Maybe if it works out, I might. Guillermo, thank you so much. Guillermo's the man. Look at that Tuttle if you're watching. Instead of giving $1. Well, Tuttle gave me $1.76. So I'm not sure why, but okay. I'm going to cash it. Um, so, yeah, Madrid, I've heard great things about Spain, never been. So that's another reason why I might go. Any thoughts about covering the defenders, Bob? No, I'm not going to. I don't have time. I have other things I'm trying to do. I'm still working on the show. I had to push it back a little bit because the playoffs pushed back a couple of my projects. The cookbook I'm working on, and also 52 questions with God. We are going to do this, but I'm going to wait till I come back from Hawaii, and then it's going to be a great Sunday morning show. 10 minutes, one question. Me and a minister talk. It doesn't count for going to church. Sorry, but you can pass the plate if you like. Mike, thank you so much. Do I have any time with Doc Walker? Doc never asked me to be on his show, but I've known Doc since he was a player, and we get along fine. I like Doc. Doc is like, man up, grab the sword, kill your enemies, and let's keep marching forward. He's the Genghis Khan kind of guy. Don't mess with Doc. So, Doc's nickname, one day I asked him on the sidelines, because one of you asked me, why is he named Doc? I didn't know. And he said, because there were 3 Ricks, because Doc and I are about the same age too, and Rick was a common name back then. And he said, we had 3, I always had a bunch of Ricks. I always had Ricks in my class too. He said, so we had 3 Ricks on the team, and Gibbs just started calling me Doc. And that's how I became Doc Walker. He's not the doctor of love or pharmacist or anything. Do you think the team will get more national respect now, Gregory? Yeah, I think we're starting to see that a little. We'll see when the schedule comes out. If there's a bunch of night games, that makes a big difference. As in Thor, was Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson better than Terry and Diami? Yes. Yeah. Because Deshaun's better than Diami. And Pierre versus Terry's pretty close. But overall, Pierre and Deshaun are better. Combo. Nice question, though. Give you that. What we got? Oh, still got 24 minutes? God. Okay. There ain't a football game on tonight opposite me. Let's see. Numbers look okay. We got a few people. If you can hit the thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. It's free. And it's just an easy way to tell Rick. Thanks, Rick. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Deshaun had speed. Didn't I see Deshaun Jackson's becoming a head coach at one of the BCS schools? I'm pretty sure it was. I forget which one it was. Delaware or something. I forget. But Deshaun was kind of, I don't know, as a head coach. I hope he's got a little older and wiser since I remember him in the locker room. He was a pretty fiery guy. Definitely has the speed, though. Can't teach speed. That's one problem there. Delaware State. Okay. Was that the Delaware State? Is that where Rod Milstead was coaching before? I know Rod real well. I know he was at Delaware. Maybe I think it was Delaware State he was at, and didn't go real well for him. But Milstead played. He's from Southern Maryland. He played 49ers when they won a title. He played for Washington for a year or two at guard. Good guy. Let's see. He used to be a bounty hunter at one point after his career. And he was like, come work. He wanted me to come work with them, and I would monitor the ankle bracelets on these felons. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that. Okay. Todd's got the history on these things. Okay. Let's see. What else have I got? All right. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So he's replacing Milstead. All right. Because Rod, I think, was fired a year ago or so. Maybe 2. Let's see. Hope you don't get the Kansas City Chiefs opener. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Because it's set up to win for who, Gregory? Steve, we need someone like Mike Nelms, great returner. Well, I mean, Eckler got a Pro Bowl nod, at returner. I'm not quite sure why. His best one was that first one. They called back, went for a touchdown. I think Luke McCaffrey, I thought, would get more of a role this year. It's a decent returner, too. I'm really surprised Luke didn't get more of a role overall. I hear that a lot from people. So maybe next year. I know he was a hard worker in practice, and that wasn't the problem. Sometimes it is. What about Prime and his peeps, Mike? I covered Dion the year he was here, 2000. I loved covering Dion. I thought he was interesting as hell. He was fun. Every Thursday, Dion would meet us at his locker and tell stories, and he was interesting and wrote my stories for me. So I love that. He used to have a Bentley. That was a nice car. Parked it in the fire lane right in front of the building every week. Yeah, I saw it that way. But I like Dion, so I'm always rooting for Dion to do well. Let's see. Vic versus Jackson. Yeah, because Michael Vick is at Norfolk State. Is that the one he's at? Timothy? So, yeah, they're getting these big name coaches coming in now. I guess Dion showed everybody, and now you can pay players with this NIL stuff and all. College football is so weird now. So A's and Thor want somebody besides B-Rob. I'm kind of with you on that. Scotty, what news surprised me the most covering the team over the years? Gibbs coming back the second time was one of the biggest shocks of my life. I could not believe that one. I was kind of surprised how bad things got during the Dan Snider era. I mean, you kept thinking you were hitting rock bottom and you weren't. That was pretty shocking. I guess, yeah, the biggest story I ever covered was Len Bias's death. Of course, that's not this team. But Len Bias's death was the number one story. And I got my butt kicked for 6 months every day because we didn't have anybody covering Maryland. Our guy just left. And they said, Rick, go cover this. I had no contacts. I was like 26. I got my butt kicked every day. But it taught me one thing. You don't want that to happen anymore, so you got to work harder and kick somebody else's butt. Gregory, do you expect Quinn and GM to get extended? Nah, I don't think so. It's only been 1 year in. So I don't see that. Christian, Chiefs or Eagles? I'm going to say Chiefs just because I hate the Eagles. So I'd root for whoever was playing the Eagles. I was hoping it'd be the Bills. Timothy, do I think they cut B-Rob? I mean, you've seen all the first round picks cut around here? Nothing's out of the consideration. I would say it's 50-50 on him. It'd be his last year of his contract. Mike H. I remember Dale Green's VW Bug. Yeah. He used to drive it to Frostburg and at times for training camp back in the day. I don't know if he still has it or not. I'll have to ask him. I heard from Daryl the other day. I don't know if he's driving that thing or not. But that was very in keeping. A lot of players, the most common car vehicle you'll see in the Commanders parking lots are Ford F-150s. And part of that is because they accommodate bigger people. I mean, these guys are huge. They need a bigger vehicle. Daryl's the itty-bitty guy. He could fit in the Bug. I remember those Bugs when I was a teenager in the 70s. People drove them. They were cool. They were cheap. That was the biggest thing. Did I cover Michael Jordan coming to the Wizards? Nah, not really. I wasn't around too much. I was around, but I didn't really write about Jordan. And that was a S show, too. Antoinette. All right, now we're getting to pizza. New York or Chicago? Chicago. I'll take a Chicago deep dish over anything. New York is good pizza. I don't think it's quite what they think it is. But I would go Chicago over New York every day. Gregory hates both teams. Yeah, I'm not saying I got a favorite there. It's just I hate watching a game where you don't care who wins. You kind of want to root for one side or the other. So I want Taylor to be happy. And so I need Kelsey to score a touchdown so we can all stay happy. Okay. Which Washington coach treated the media the best? Win. Dan Quinn does well. I like how we're treated nowadays, but we don't have that evil owner around to undermine things. Zorn was nice to us. We felt bad for him. Things were so crazy. I guess Quinn. I mean, Gruden was good to the media. They kind of come and go. I mean, Rivera was decent enough to us. Wasn't a bad guy. I mean, Shanahan I didn't like. Schottenheimer didn't like. There's only two I really didn't like. Oh, man, we're going to another Allen and Payne one this third time. But everybody watches the show for like 15 minutes, so I understand you weren't around earlier. And if you came in late, you want to see the beginning of the show because you're just bored in life, As soon as the show ends, it recycles and it'll all be up there on YouTube. But anyway, I think one of them's gone. I couldn't tell you which. Steve, I've seen one Bentley. I saw a Bentley the other. I was in Vegas. That's when I saw. I was at one of the casinos, and I saw a Bentley, and I saw a few of the Tesla wagons. Yeah, and there is a Tesla down in St. Mary's. The guy lives in La Plata, I hear. They're weird looking cars. Bentleys are cool. Teslas, I wouldn't pay that money for a Tesla wagon. I would really like if I could buy a new vehicle. My car has 200. I have a Toyota 4Runner. It has 273,000 miles on it. So I know I'm going to have to buy a new vehicle one day. I would, if I didn't, the money wasn't the thing. I'd love to buy one of the new VW Beetles, but they're electric, and I don't want to buy an electric car. It's too much pain in the butt. I just want to put gas in it. Sorry if I'm ruining the earth. But guess what? Electric cars are powered by electricity, which is coal. So you're no greener going with the electric car. I mean, I'll let the scientists tell you the difference, but I think that's all a bunch of So I would love to get one of the VW Beetles, but they're like $65,000 to $100,000. Not paying that either. So we'll see what I get for a new vehicle. But the way you guys tap in money here, I'll be riding a skateboard down the street. Let's see. Greg, did Snider ever drive himself to work? Never that I saw, Gregory. He used to have a chauffeur. I know in the early days, he always made a show of it. But I don't think he had a parking space with his name on it, but I don't think he ever drove. Cook would drive. The old man would drive regularly. So he had a green Jag. That was Jack Kent Cook's car. Old green Jag. Kelsey will have a big game. Yeah, win. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, no, listen, I like Taylor. Her music, she's harmless. I mean, harmless. She's a billionaire. But, I mean, if she wants to go sing her songs about hating guys, that's their business. And all the other young women sing along, and that's their business. But I would tell Kelsey, be careful, dude. You screw this up, she's going to have every young woman in America singing a song about how you suck. And I don't think you want that. So there's a rumor that they're engaged secretly. Like I would know any of this, but my daughters told me that. Steve wants the Chiefs to lose. Okay. Let's see. Godad's back. All right. My time zone's different. You're late. That's right. You are late. But you can watch the beginning of the show. When this ends, you can go back and see the beginning on there. Landman. Mike, yeah, I thought, what do you mean this is the last episode? Kind of ended suddenly for me. But I saw the Jerry Jones part because I was sitting there watching going, that looks like Jerry Jones. But no, there's a lot of dialogue here. This has got to be a professional actor. No, it's Jerry Jones. Is there any way to stop the pop-up ads during my live stream, Bob? I don't know. I never see them. They come up. I got to make 11. I don't know. That's all YouTube. So nothing to do with me. So sorry. Just say yes and buy money or something. I probably get something out of that. I get like a penny a person or something stupid. Yeah, Teddy, I'm telling you, man, cars and vehicles are just crazy money. Bob, Dan has a chauffeur. He had the helicopter, yeah. He used to have the helicopter fly him around. I haven't seen that in a long time. Let's see. Mike says, yeah, Danny's mad about, excuse me. Yeah, if you were on earlier, we talked about the ESPN report. It's the first thing we've heard about Dan forever. Got to be like Bruce Wayne to get a new car. Got that right, Steve. But the problem is the old cars, they want a fortune for used cars now. Some people walk up to me. I have my Toyota 4Runner. It's beat to hell. It's a 20-year-old car. It looks like a 20-year-old SUV. Paint's gone, all that. People say, hey, man, you want to sell that? And I'm thinking, what car do you think I own? Not this one. They go, yeah. It's like, it's got all this money. It runs fine. That's the thing. Matter of fact, my friends at Toyota dealership said it runs better than the new ones, which I don't understand why that's true. But, yeah, people were like, and somebody said, I wouldn't even know what to charge. Well, it turns out they're getting $5,000 to $8,000 for cars like mine. And if you have 273,000 miles on it, it could blow a trans tomorrow. Who knows? No, I'm keeping that car till, I said that car and I have grown old together. You know, it doesn't like go up hills, neither do I. It doesn't run that fast, neither do I. It lost its paint, I lost my hair. I mean, we're kind of going out together. The windshield wipers are scraping. I'm starting to get a cataract. I mean, it just keeps going on and on. If that thing dies, I don't know what's happened to me. So I have to keep it. Go that. What did I think about the Cowboy hire? Thought it was a safe hire for Jerry. I would have gone with Dion. I'd have gone with Dion and watched Rome burn. What the hell? Best new coaching hire. Gosh, I haven't really thought about it yet, Scotty. But Pete Carroll at Vegas has got to help them. It's got to help them. Let's see. Bob's seen 2 for cars and Domino's Pizza. I don't quite get that one. Let's see. Internet. Would Higgins be a good fit? Yeah, absolutely. I would say that's a possibility. T. Higgins coming here. They got the money. I could see him maybe doing it. Mike wants to be happy. Come on, Mike. You can't be happy. This is Twitter. No, we're not on Twitter. You're right. This is YouTube. We can be happy. Okay. Everybody smile. At 400 can go 500,000 miles, Frank? Well, I only drive at about 10,000 miles a year now, so that means I can live another 30 years. Man, I'll be old then. DK Metcalf would be a good fit, Todd. I have no problems with that one. God at Loeb might be just watching the Puppy Bowl. Nah, you got to watch the game. I hear everybody say, I'm not going to watch the game. Yes, you are. You're going to watch the game. You're going to watch commercials. You're going to watch halftime. And if you don't, then we'll have somebody come to your house and bang on your door. You know who's doing that. Oh, you call yours the old Green Lantern? Okay. I call mine Big Blue. I love the SUV. It's bigger, so I can get in and out of it better. I'm getting too old for cars. Then you got to get out, and it's just old. So I turned 65 this year, getting ready for Medicare. Yay. It's going to cost me more money if I got to keep my own insurance. Oh, well. I tell you, Detroit dominates runs. Detroit losing both coordinators, that's got to hurt. Got to hurt. But I don't know which ones they'd hire, Steve. I'd have to think about that. These are questions you have to think about. I can't think about stuff. I'm too busy. For other places, my mental power stays in Washington. Who could we get here? What new coaches would they hire next? Okay, so you don't see being big spenders in free agency. Greg, I would say I don't think they go all out and spend every dime they have. They'll spend some. But Peters is a smart guy. He's frugal with the money. He doesn't just want to throw money to throw money. If it makes sense to pay somebody big, Peters will do it. But he's just not going to, give it away because they have it. Eddie's got F-150 with 273,000 also. All right, dude, I'll meet you down by the 4-way stop signs. We'll see who's faster. That'll take a sundial to get both of our cars. Antoinette, you can buy Mr. Beast candy bars at some Walmart and Targets. All right, I haven't been in a Walmart in a long time either. I do go to Target because that's where my prescriptions go. And I seem like I'm there all the time picking up something. Mr. Beast, what kind of candy bar is it? Is it like some chocolate something or other? I wanted to get one of the chocolate, what's the one with all peanuts? I'm tired. Been going at it for a long time. The one that's all taffy and peanuts. They had chocolate versions. I wanted one of those. I don't really eat this stuff much anymore, though. Gregory, even Snider didn't throw away his money at the end. Didn't have it, believe it or not. All right, we're on car talk now. Okay, Williams got a 98 Jeep with a 4 straight 6. Wow, okay. With 230 and the other's 270. Good for you. Yeah, anybody that pays new car price, I know people get new cars every so many years. That's just such a waste of money. Teddy, big fan of F-150s. I mean, that's the truck that America drives now, isn't it? LaRon Landry had an F-650 in the parking lot at Redskin Park one day. I saw that in the back. It was like an 18-wheeler. And so I had to go up and say, whose car is that? I want to go talk to them. And so Landry told me about it. He had 400 gallons. Um, yeah, I think his gas tank was 400 gallons of gas. I think they had on that thing. So it was amazing. He would never tell me what he paid for it. I think it was somewhere close to 100 grand. William, Baby Ruth. Yeah, I know what you're thinking of, but I like that one. And by the way, Baby Ruths are not named for Babe Ruth. They're named for um, a president's daughter, Ruth Cleveland. That was like 30 years before Babe Ruth. They named it after their baby Ruth. Do I watch The Now by Chat? No idea what that is. God. With Jack Sperry. I have no idea who that is. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, other things. I'm busy doing my own thing. Honestly, busy doing my own thing. A lot of times. I don't look at a lot of other stuff. You have to get past the new light that CH. I don't know what that is, Steve. Do I like Snickers? Yeah, my favorite, Todd. I hardly ever eat them anymore. I tell you, I'm a diabetic. And when you're diabetic, especially my age, you got to pay attention or else life will smack you back. So I really watch my diet a lot. And don't eat too much of this stuff once in a while. And I know you say, what about the pizza? Well, I don't watch pizza every day, So I'm going to do a video soon of me eating broccoli because my doctors are really on me about trying broccoli. And I've out of hand never eaten it just because it looks gross. But if I eat it, it's going to be raw with chocolate on it or something. That'll be a video coming. I'll get my grandson with me. We'll do it together because he won't do it either. So we'll have a Dare Club stare down, see who does it. I have a feeling neither of us are going to like it. Do I still think Sam Howell's potential? Yeah, in the right situation, I think he could be a decent quarterback. He's not JD, but he's okay. Mr. Beast candy bars are also known as Feastables. Never heard of that. Chocolate bars that come in a variety of flavors. Okay, cool. I'm going to tell my grandson we got to get a Mr. Beast candy bar. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do that too as a video. I got videos coming up because Commanders aren't playing anymore. No more cheap, health watch videos. Oh, the new light in Charlotte Hall open? It did? That's a little farther down. I live by the second one, going south. By the new gas station, Royal Farms. So I've been down to the new one. That's going to screw traffic up big. Thanks. Is this Harris' second year? Well, it was his second season. I guess he's a year and a half in, so I guess you'd say this is his second year. But he got it on the eve of the season, so there wasn't much he could really do with the first year. How can Washington improve its defense? If you get Michael Parsons in here, that would be number one. Number two, you probably need to upgrade a corner. That's the biggest things. Drinking water, good for me. Everything's good for me. When you don't feel well at times, you have to do what you have to do. Getting old sucks. Favorite Super Bowl food show? I don't know about food show, but I haven't even thought about what I'm eating for the Super Bowl yet. It's 2 weeks away. I fight the battles in front of me lately. Can you eat cauliflower? Well, Steve, cauliflower raw is edible. Cooked, ugh. I like my vegetables raw more, like carrots too and all. There's Cliff look elsewhere. There's nowhere to really look anymore, Mike, except for New Orleans hasn't done it yet. I don't see it. Todd, is Mission Barbecue any good? Todd, Mission Barbecue is awesome. Awesome place. The black plate specials they have are usually really good too. Their salmon's good, but their pulled chicken's really good. As a mission, they support the military and police and first responders and all. That's nice too. They play the national anthem at Mission Barbecue at noon every day. They stop. Everyone stops, including those who work there. Listen to the anthem and then go back to work. But I love Mission Barbecue. It's a good place. And you get a lot of food. But it's starting to get a little expensive. Do I watch the Pro Bowl? No. Okay, good. I do not watch the Pro Bowl. Yeah, I saw where Sean Taylor blew that guy up. Dizzy, what about Frankie Louvu jumping over the line? Yeah, That was wild. I didn't even know there was a rule that they said on the fourth one they could have just awarded the touchdown. It was worth trying once. After that, the next two that they did just, now it's getting to be stupid time. Let's see, Ferngoo. I'm surprised C-Rod wasn't used more this year. He always performed when he came in. He gives him a different type of look. I was really surprised he wasn't on active more. Tampa could be a landing spot for Cliff. I'm not saying never, but I just don't see Cliff leaving this year. He's kind of been up to his eyeballs with the task in front of him too. Now he has paid representation. He has an agent who was filtering stuff. So I'm sure Cliff talked to him a little bit. But Cliff's repeatedly I hear people say Cliff is in the film room at 3 a.m. every day. That's how obsessed he is. I don't know what time he goes to bed, but he's there at 3 a.m. So, most guys start showing up between 5 and 6. So I don't think he's had a chance till now to really look. Do I think Josh Allen made that first down late? Oh, gosh, I'm trying to remember, Timothy. I don't remember offhand. Or I may not have been looking up. Ooh, it's 9 o'clock. I get to go. Well, I get to go anyway, but I always promise you an hour. So you guys did it. I thank you so much for that. If, like I said, one more time, you hit the link in the chat. There's Command Post, which is the only newspaper 100% dedicated to the Commanders. We used to call it Warpath when it was in the Redskins. So if you like one, we print 7 times a year, including Wednesday or Tuesday. We're going to print like tomorrow or next day. I've literally, when I turn off you, I've got to approve the last pages, and then we're to the press. So if you like one, come get them. Dizzy, thanks for coming. Oh, there you are. Finally, James. Appreciate you doing it. Antoinette, you're always one of my favorites. Todd is here, and Steve, I'm sure, is here. And yeah, good. I know Philly fans. I guess they are too drunk to wake up today. I don't know. Jeez. They're just annoying. So, there you go. We're just going to call it a night. I want to go to sleep. I'm Rick Snider for Rick Snider's Washington. Thank you all so much for coming. It was a great show. A lot of great questions. We're going to do next 2 Mondays. And then we all got to get lives. We got to watch March Madness or something else. Do something else. Anyway, so I'll see you guys again soon. If you want to watch the replay, it starts up now. If you're watching on replay and you want to donate money to me, feel free to hit that $sign button. That always works for us too. But in all things, thank you all, everybody. I will see you again next week. And don't forget, the videos are there at 6 a.m. every day.